Hey, what's up guys? Harry and Ben here, the D-Pads, and we are here to talk about something we are super excited about. It's been something we've been waiting for forever. It's the new, the new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3. Like we said in the E3 video, every year for the Sony conference specifically, for better part of a decade. Actually, probably around a decade, maybe a little more. Yeah. It'll definitely be more than a decade between 2 and 3. But anyway,
not counting all of the installments.
The Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance, all those.
597,392 days.
And a third.
And a third day.
Yeah. So at D23 this year, they showed us a trailer including a new world for Kingdom Hearts and said it's coming out in 2018, and we cannot express how happy we are. Like, we don't mind that Ben was saying it's fine that we don't have like a day of the year, as long as we have the year.
I think I would even prefer it be holiday.
Yeah.
2018. You've already made me wait this long.
Make it good.
Make it good.
Yeah.
Don't push it out early. Do everything you need to do. Don't scrap content. Just a full game is what we really want.
Yes, absolutely. And so the 3 confirmed worlds we have, unless I'm missing one that might have just dropped recently, as of the time of this recording, we have kind of a more fleshed out Hercules world that we've seen in the trailer, because there's a big boss battle with the Rock Titan.
Yeah.
And Tangled World, which I am there's 4. So Tangled World, which I'm absurdly excited for because I love Tangled.
It's good.
Yeah, and I think Big Hero 6 was confirmed.
One,
and then the one we saw in the trailer, which I think is super neat.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, Toy Story.
Toy Story has been consistently good for so long.
Yeah,
every movie's great. It's always been great. It's such an integral part of my childhood.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm so excited. And it's just great. There's never been a more wholesome moment in video games than when Woody and Sora shake hands and decide they're going to work together. It's so great. It's so great.
Yeah, it's little crossover-y things like that. It's just, that's because just seeing that, that's what makes Kingdom Hearts what it is.
Yeah.
It's just it's just the juxtaposition of this anime character coming in, and the Disney they're really good about writing the Disney characters in character.
Yeah, they really
I feel
are.
So
they do a good job, and just in a nutshell, Kingdom Hearts has always been able to make me care about acquaintances and friendships and extending my relationships with all of these Disney characters and the Final Fantasy characters. Yeah,
because I'm always I'm kind of fine. And of course it is a little cheesy, but I've always kind of found the instant friendship thing kind of cheesy. But I actually feel like Kingdom Hearts does a really good job of when you are a player character and you jump into a world and I actually feel like they have developed kind of a friendship, especially in with characters like Jack Skellington and Ariel, where they're in your party, where it makes sense for them to be pretty good friends.
And returning characters too.
Yeah.
Characters that have returned from Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and it actually raises the point I'm excited to see who we'll see from previous Kingdom Hearts games in Kingdom Hearts 3.
We know we'll get Pixar movies now. So that brings us to our next topic that I'm really excited to talk about, just things we'd love to see.
Sure.
Things we could see. So, now that Pixar is fair game, I'd love to see The Incredibles. That'd be cool, because they could do a cool little thing where they're dressed as superheroes.
They confirmed an Incredibles 2.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
So that might even be a good play.
Oh yeah, good little,
because people have been waiting for that movie for so long. So it'll be exciting to see. There's a lot of options for them to take advantage of. New Disney movies coming out.
People have been saying Star Wars and Marvel. I'm a little skeptical about that.
I don't think we'll see Star Wars. I think I don't know. Star Wars has already. There's so much going on in Star Wars. Yeah. I don't know how they could pick a specific time, movie, plot, just to kind of drop.
Yeah, would you just be? It'd be I'm sure there's plenty of fan fictions about this, but just imagine it's A New Hope, and you meet Luke on his home planet, and I just forget the name off the top of my head. Don't yell at me, nerds. And so you just he's all mad because he can't get any power converters at the Toxie station or whatever, and like so then you meet up with him, and like Obi-Wan teaches you how to like lightsaber duel, and you meet with like Han Solo, and like he shoots some Heartless. And,
it'd be an awesome idea.
But
it'd be a super cool idea.
But then it all culminates when you take down the Death Star in the gummy ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Speaking of,
yes,
gummy ship customization and flying the gummy ship was so good in Kingdom Hearts 2.
It was awesome.
It's one of the only times. Well, I'm not a big fan of dogfighting games or ship or flying based games.
Or like games like that where you like because like you can largely just ignore all that.
Yeah. But that was one of the only times I remember in my childhood where I was excited to build and fly and replay levels, and every time they got harder, and every time I think it was like F through S rank or something like that.
Oh yeah, you get like a grade. On, like, how
and it was the grade, and each time you go up, you get better loot. I thought that was awesome, and I can only imagine what the resources they'll have now to make that so fun and so rewarding.
Like, can you imagine like a co-op version of that? Just like somehow
that'd be awesome.
That'd be just so cool.
It would be great.
Yeah. So what's like a world you'd like to see from like Disney?
Gosh.
Because I think really they've done a very good job covering like all the bases, like between like 2 games and then like the crossovers. Like, there's very few left to cover, but like
I was gonna say I'm having a hard time.
Because they've really just done a good job. Like it seems like because. One thing they've done that's like pretty cool is
things they haven't done. They haven't done Pocahontas.
Oh man, that'd be really cool if they did like.
Is that a Disney movie?
Yeah, they do like kind of like a cell shaded kind of thing with that because that movie is like a really distinct kind of art style.
I mean, because they even went back to like Steamboat Willie and stuff. Like
they've
reached, they've searched, they've covered so many classics.
The art style in the Steamboat Willie world.
Oh, it was so fun. It was awesome.
So good.
It was great.
And like the audio and everything.
Yeah,
it's like ugh.
It was great. I feel like Pocahontas is something they've never done, but I'm not too sure if I'd be excited to see it. But I mean, they could make it fun. I mean, they always make it fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. That'd be kind of one where I'm like oh, cool. I expect we'll get like a Frozen world just because that's like really like popular right now, and like it's a good movie and it's a lot of fun. And like,
what was the bad one? What was the Princess and the Toad?
I never saw that one. I don't know if it's bad.
It was bad.
I remember
bad movie.
Did you see it?
No. But it was bad. I heard it was bad. I'm pretty sure my little cousin was like 4 or 5 at the time, and he, as a 4 or 5-year-old, made the decision to leave the theater. Just walked out.
I know the bad guy in that actually summons demons from hell. Oh, like no ambiguity. Just like this is what. Right. Yeah, it's just what he's doing. Like. Just legit has a pact with Satan.
I'm trying to think if there's any Disney movies that you wouldn't expect. Like, Star Wars now is Disney. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that has happened recently or any movies that you really wouldn't expect to be Disney.
The Lindsay Lohan Parent Trap. Oh. I'm pretty sure that's a Disney movie.
A Freaky Friday world.
It's like the Secret Life of Zack and Cody, or the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. The secret. Corey in the house.
Speaking of like live actiony type things, I was really, really impressed with how detailed the Toy Story world was.
Yes,
and it was crazy to see how large the landscape was when you go out the window and you're fighting Heartless.
Oh, it's so open because like that was kind of like something that was always like limiting in like the other ones. Like they were kind of like. Just limited to their means.
Yeah.
And like you really didn't get into like a big open space.
Yeah.
Except for was it 1,000 Heartless? Or was it 10,000? Like when you're fighting for Hollow Bastion.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that's like really when you like get up to like a big open space. Yeah. But that was it was like huge. It was just it's cool because it's just a driveway. You know? That's like awesome.
Yeah, and you were fighting Heartless in the in the grass, and it's just they were in like Kingdom Hearts 1. You're in the Alice in Wonderland world.
Oh,
you feel very small.
Yeah,
but even though you feel small, you're just in a room.
Yeah,
you're in a normal sized room.
That would be a better example of a big open space in Kingdom Hearts.
And it was a big open space, but going out onto like an actual sidewalk, a driveway in a neighborhood, and you actually feel like a small toy. Like everything is so small, you know, like the blades of grass are coming up to here on you.
Yeah, and the flowers are like 8 feet tall or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, yeah, that was a really good level.
I mean, it took my breath. I thought it was crazy to see just I mean, the detail, and apparently it's running on on the Unreal Engine.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
Apparently I saw like an update from the developer of Kingdom Hearts, and he was saying, you know, one of the reasons it took so long is because they got pretty deep into production, and then they decided that, you know, we have this technology available, let's go for it.
Okay.
So, and that's kind of why they decided to go and move, just kind of scrap everything they'd already done, and then just shift it to the Unreal Engine. I think it'll be worth it.
Yeah, it probably will.
Because it looks great.
I'm just trying to be patient.
It looks so good.
The designs for Sora, Donald, and Goofy are really good,
Mm-hmm.
as far as like how they look as toys. Because I really like worlds where like they change when they go to it. Like
Halloween Town was
yeah,
my favorite.
Halloween Town was
Their
so
costumes
sick.
were so great.
Yeah.
What was it? Mummy Donald.
Mummy Donald, like Frankenstein Goofy, and then like Sora was just kind of like a vampire kind of thing.
Yeah, he
or something.
was. He had the pumpkin
Yeah,
over his
yeah,
eye.
the pumpkin over his eye. And
So good.
I liked the Lion King one was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Where they're just like animals.
That was creative.
Goofy was still a turtle.
That was super creative.
Yeah. And like that one actually switched up the controls because you could like run faster because you were a lion, and you could like do kind of like dash attacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Little Mermaid World, specifically in the first one, because in the second one it was like a musical.
I remember that.
Which
Actually, I had completely forgotten about that because I don't think aside from having to do it my first playthrough, just because
for the Orichalcum Plus, yeah.
I never touched that again.
Yeah,
stupid.
I didn't mind it too much. It was only like an hour to do,
being able to hover around in the Peter Pan world was great.
Yes, you're right. That's a good one.
You know, your outfit didn't really change, but
I was really disappointed with that not being in that world, not being in the second one, because like you really only get to explore Hook's ship. So I was kind of expecting you to like be able to explore Neverland.
Yeah.
So maybe that's like something we'll see.
Was Sephiroth the only hidden boss in Kingdom Hearts 2, or were there more? Because Kingdom Hearts 1 had the Clock Tower Phantom, and then it had that big scorpion thing in the Agrabah Desert.
Oh, I'm sure there was more in Kingdom Hearts 2.
There was Sephiroth, but I don't know if I remember any others. That Sephiroth fight was great.
Yes.
I had so much fun with that.
I remember, like, because that one was, like, significantly easier than the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, by quite a wide margin.
One was very hard.
The first one was just,
it was
like...
super difficult.
I remember, like, when I played it, I was, like 10 or something. I had no idea who Sephiroth was, and, like, I, like, go in and, like... just meteors start falling, and it's just like, da, 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 da. I'm like, what on earth is going on?
Looks like a total badass.
Yeah.
And then the music starts playing, and it's intense. And from that,
and then he
moment
hits
on,
you,
and then he hits you,
and it's like, whoosh, like all your health just like disappears,
and you realize just how difficult.
Yeah,
it's fun because it just it gives you something to work toward,
Yeah.
especially later in the game once you're just one-shotting every Heartless you come across. It's like, here's this thing that I'm totally going to be challenged by.
Yeah, like...
And it makes me wonder how many hidden bosses are, you know, just because they have so much room now. I mean, there's games are so much bigger now.
Yeah.
And it makes me excited to see what they're going to add into the game.
secret things. And
how many Easter eggs, how many hidden bosses, how many hidden treasures.
There is an area in Kingdom Hearts 2, the final mix, where you can... There's, like, a little area where you can fight everyone in the Organization 13.
Gotcha. That's neat.
Yes. And that's pretty cool. And, like... There's actually, like, I've been watching, like, a bunch of, like, videos and stuff. It's just, like, there's this, like, certain, like, method where, like, you put Sora at, like, level 1, but he has, like, all of, like, the abilities. So he has, like, all the abilities and all the equipment, but, like, he's just, like, has the stats of, like, a level 1 Sora.
And is it, like, a New Game Plus, or you don't level up? You just stay at that?
It's, like, they have to, like, break the game somehow and, like, just, like, you know, fidget with it until it's, like, that, just because it's, like... I don't know, just how they want to challenge themselves, and like then you see how fast you can beat all of them.
Gotcha.
Which is pretty neat. Just like different things. I was like watching it. It was just like just really interesting. I don't know. So I'm sure they're gonna throw in like a bunch of like interesting things like that. And so the one thing in these trailers that I've been like kind of skeptical about is like Sora will have these kind of like special attacks.
I was gonna say all of the new moves.
Yeah, where he like kind of like gets like there's one where he like gets these like gun things and like shoots, and like there's like in the Toy Story one we just saw, like he has like the hammer.
I was gonna say the big hammer, and
like he just kind of like swings it for like a little bit, and then it just disappears.
Well, there was that one move he did that was kind of a Reinhardt-esque move where he jumps up into the air and brings the hammer down.
Yeah, he just does like an earth shatter.
Earth shatter, yeah.
Yeah,
which kind of seemed to be in a circle radius, not like a Reinhardt.
Not like a cone.
Goes out. But I mean, I think there's.
It'll probably be fun, but it's just kind of like, and this is like super nitpicky of me. Like when I say that, I am totally fine with it. Nitpick. But I don't know. It just feels like kind of when it like goes to like a cutscene kind of thing like that. I would rather just like be down there like casting spells and like attacking and stuff like that. So,
well, fortunately, you can't get hurt during the cutscenes and stuff. There were times I remember in Kingdom Hearts 2 where moves like that or the quick time kind of things during attacks or during battles would actually save me because you couldn't be damaged during them, and if I was at low health, I could use those quick time moves or quick time attack moves to kind of get away from the battle. Yeah,
because a lot of the nobodies had like one of those like reaction like things. Like actually, I think each kind of enemy had like something you could do.
Something different.
Yeah, and probably a few of the Heartless. I just don't want to say it's only the nobodies and be wrong. So
that was one of the that was one of the best games. I think they did the quick time events really well for the combat.
When they remastered one of my favorite things they did was they actually just did like the triangle commands.
Yeah,
like in that one, they also let you skip cutscenes.
Sure.
Because like there's no way I'm letting you take Kyrie's heart is like just like
there's no way you're taking Kyrie's heart.
Burned into my mind.
Is that right before you fight Riku?
Yes.
And he kills you over and over and over, and you have to hear that numerous times.
Yes.
Kyrie's heart.
Kyrie's heart. It's like they. I don't know if I told you about the my experience with that section of the game, but like. Before going to Hollow Bastion, I didn't realize I just like lose the Keyblade.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just kind of like experimenting with like different Keyblades, and I was kind of like more of like an attack damage kind of build. But I just had like Merlin's Keyblade equipped, just because I thought it was like kind of fun. But like it just dealt no damage, and then you go basically like you're helpless until you get into the Riku battle. So at no time in that period could I switch my Keyblade.
Yeah.
And he's immune to magic, and so like I just have like just this stick that I'm beating him with, and like that was rough. Like the way I got out of it, like I thought I was gonna have to like restart or something because like it was hard, but like you can use summons in that, so like I tried to use like a bunch of them, and eventually Tinkerbell.
Yeah,
Tinkerbell saved my ass.
Tinkerbell's the best summon.
Yeah,
I remember. My first time ever playing Kingdom Hearts 1, there was never a time where when I got Tinkerbell, there was never a time I didn't have her out, especially when you're at the end of the world.
Yeah. And
you go into that just kind of big cavern area.
Yeah.
Where you have to fight all those behemoths, and like you first kind of start seeing those angel things that shoot lightning.
Oh, yeah.
And Tinkerbell came in so clutch. Because I was extremely underleveled. I will say once I became more understanding of like just the mechanics and the fighting in Skyrim,
Kingdom Hearts.
I was looking at
Alduin here,
the fighting in Kingdom Hearts, I could tackle just about any challenge extremely underleveled, just because I was so accustomed to how the game worked.
Yeah,
and
like,
dodging.
Yeah, once you just like get your mind wrapped around it. Yeah,
the blocking's super great too.
Yeah,
one of the most fun I ever had in Kingdom Hearts 2 was I did a full magic playthrough.
Oh,
and my magic bar was like so much. It was like my health was like maybe to here. My magic was like way out here, but it was so much fun. Wisdom form in that game was great.
It's so cool.
Leveled that up all the way.
So you can get, like that had like the dash kind of thing, right? Yeah.
It was so fun. That was something I didn't think that I would enjoy as much as I did.
Yeah.
But by the time I was toward the end of the game, and I was just so overpowered.
Yeah.
And all of my spells did so much damage, and Wisdom Form was great. I hope we see some forms as well in Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'd be surprised if we didn't, but you never know. So that about wraps it up for our like thoughts and like hopes for Kingdom Hearts 3. and our thoughts on the new trailer. So, I'm really excited to like see some more of that in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really excited that we have a release date.
And maybe now that we do have a release date, we'll start seeing more stuff on the actual game leading up to it. Because they want to build hype now that it's the time is here.
I feel like they're really like ramping up to it, like because before it was kind of like in development hell, and now it's like they're kind of in the it's gonna happen kind of mode. Like they're like really committing a lot of resources to it. I can tell. So leave like your comments and your thoughts. If you have a world you'd love to explore, leave that in the comments. We'd love to hear about that.
Or if there's one that you think we didn't mention.
Yeah, definitely.
So I was drawing a blank. I was having a hard time thinking what they haven't done yet.
Yeah, because like we said, they've done like just a ton. Let's hope for Freaky Friday world, and you're walking down an alley, you see it, it's the like button, you have a knife, you approach it, you stab it in the kidney, take all it's worth, like and subscribe. Should I edit that out? It was kind of weird.
No weirder than my poop monologue.
Oh yeah, the poop monologue.
The weirdest thing ever.